everyone, it's Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, subscribe because I post a new video every single week. Okay, so last week's video I reacted to my 2021 New Year's resolutions, and I didn't do terrible, but I didn't do great, so we're gonna try again this time. It's a new year, new me. I have 5 new New Year's resolution goals, and I am determined to get them down this year. A year from now, I want to look back at this video and know that I did great on these goals. I want them all to be perfect 5 out of 5, or at least a 4 out of 5 on most of them. So if you're interested on what goals I have for this year, keep on watching. My first goal for 2022 is to be consistent at the gym. I think it was about 6 months ago when I stepped into a gym for the first time in my life, the first time I've ever worked out at a gym. But even though it was 6 months ago, I have not been consistent for 6 months. I did keep going back to the gym, but it was like only once a week, once every 2 weeks. And then I think at one point I only went once, like throughout a whole month. And towards the end of 2021, I started being more consistent with going to the gym. I was going maybe 3 times a week, at most 4 times a week, but then I would have the bad weeks where I only went once that week. But either way, it was better than nothing. I was really proud of myself for at least getting the ball rolling. So now that I'm more familiar with the gym, and I also go with my boyfriend, so that kind of gives me a lot of motivation, I am making it a goal for myself to just start being consistent. Like, I want to say consistent to me is like 3 to 4 times a week. I don't want to push myself too hard and do 5 days a week, but if I want to do 5 that week, like if I feel really good, then I'll do it. But I want to do at least 3 to 4. Along with being consistent with the gym, I want to drink enough water. I want to start eating more, because if you're going to be working out and lifting weights, you're going to see more progress the more that you eat, because that's what's going to give you the muscle. So yeah, there's like a goal that goes along with food, but I would say just eating more in general goes along with the gym and just drinking more water and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see how I do this year with that goal. If I would have told myself a year ago that this was going to be my goal for this year, I would have laughed at myself. I have never been a gym person. I do not like going to the gym. I always thought that it just wouldn't be for me, but honestly, I kind of love it. And I never thought that I would be the kind of person that loves the gym. So I'm just really proud of myself for growing as a person, from being someone who didn't like going to the gym the beginning of 2021 to now making it a goal to be consistent at the gym in 2022. My second goal is to practice self-mindfulness. Okay, so if you saw my last video where I reacted to my 2021 New Year's resolutions, you know that one of them was to get back on track with my faith, and I think I rated myself a 0 out of 5, which clearly that means I did not do well on that goal. And I did say that I wasn't too upset about it. I normally would be upset if I didn't finish a goal, but this one I wasn't too upset because I'm at a place in my life where I don't really want to value religion yet. I feel like I'm not at the level where I should be focusing on religion. So let me explain that a little bit more, because I have never been really into religion growing up, and that's because I wasn't really in tune with my emotions. So it's hard for someone to go from not knowing what they're feeling to just jumping straight into God. At least that's my opinion. It was hard for me to do that. But once I started like being in tune with my emotions and practicing meditation and journaling and reflecting on my life and my emotions and everything, it was easier for me to get into religion because I was already aware of all those things. So I felt like I was strong enough to have that much faith. Having faith seems so simple, but it's very hard to have faith. And I feel like it's easier to have faith if you feel like you have some sort of control over your emotions and you have some way to figure out why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So that's why this is my new goal. Instead of saying I want to get back on track with my faith, I actually want to start from square one. And square one is to get back in tune with my emotions, because whenever I'm feeling sad or upset, I used to like write down my emotions, or I used to like have a conversation with myself, kind of see why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, reflect on it, see what can I do better. Like, I was really good at handling my emotions. And now whenever I'm feeling upset or sad or angry, I don't deal with it. I just kind of like push it off. And I do feel my emotions still, like I still cry and let it out, but after I do that, I just kind of pretend that it never happened. Like, I don't reflect on what can make me feel better or how I can help that situation. So I want to get back to where I didn't push things off and I really like faced my problems head on. So that's why I want to practice more mindfulness. I just want to know what's going on in my head, how to fix it, write everything down, blah, 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 blah. And then hopefully by the end of 2022, I complete that goal and I'm ready to take the next step, which is to get back on track with my faith, if that's what I want to do. So I feel more comfortable with that goal and hopefully I do really good on it. Number 3 is to journal at least once a week. Okay, so I guess this kind of goes hand in hand with the second goal because I said I wanted to practice mindfulness by writing down my emotions more, but I feel like this is more of a broader goal because I don't just want to write down my feelings, I also just want to write down what happened that week. My second goal is to tell me that I want to be more in tune with my emotions, and this third goal is telling me that I just want to write more. I want to journal more. I used to journal all the time. I would journal like every single day, and I don't want to overwhelm myself and say that I want to journal every single day. So I'm gonna say that I want to journal every single week, at least. If I want to journal more than once in a week, then I'll do that, but my goal is at least once a week. And I'd be doing this not only for the memories, but also because it would be therapeutic. Like, I feel like it would be really nice to sit down and just like kind of write down what happened that week or what happened that day, what I was feeling. And that's also going to help me with my second goal. It's going to help me get in tune with my emotions. So I feel like that's a really good goal for me to put down. And I've actually already started this goal. I think I've written 3 journal entries already, so for the 3 weeks of January, and I feel really good about it. I'm really happy and excited to just write about this entire year. And then maybe if I'm comfortable with it, I can read my journal, my 2022 journal, and react to it and make it a YouTube video. But I feel like it was easier to do that with my middle school journal and my high school journal because that was such a long time ago. But it would be harder to react to like a more recent thing, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. But if I am comfortable, I might do that for a video. But either way, by the end of the year, it would be nice to have like some pages that are written down by me, just journaling throughout the entire year. It would just be nice. So yeah, I'm very excited for that one. Okay, so number 4 is to post on YouTube every single week. Every single week. That was my goal last year. That was my goal the year before. It's gonna be my goal this year. And I want to be determined. I want to post every single week. I don't care if I don't have the motivation. I don't care if I'm too tired that week. I'm gonna do it. Obviously, if I'm not in a good place mentally, then I will take a break, of course. Mental health always comes first. But I'm talking about if it's just pure laziness, I'm going to push myself. Like if I just don't want to do it and mentally I'm fine, but I'm just feeling lazy, I just want to push myself and make sure that I post every single week. Because last year I did do okay on this goal. It definitely wasn't perfect, but it wasn't like super bad. And the reason is because I did have to take like a mental health break for like a month, but there was another month where it wasn't really about mental health. It was just that I got lazy. Like I kind of just lost motivation. So I'm gonna make sure that this does not happen this year. I feel so good when I start filming. Like this is just like a passion of mine and I love doing it. Makes me feel better, and I feel so accomplished when I hit upload, when I'm uploading it to YouTube. So that's why I want to make this a goal, is because it's something that I really love doing, and being too lazy shouldn't be an excuse for not making these videos. I have to be committed, stay motivated, and just post every single week. Okay, so the 5th and final goal for 2022 is to learn how to cook. Okay, so all of these goals that I put for this year, they're not like easy, like they're still pretty hard. You have to be like committed to them, but they are very realistic. Like I can see myself completing these goals if I really commit to them. But this one has a little bit of doubts. I did want to put realistic goals because I hate failing my goals, but I did want to challenge myself and put like a really hard goal that's like kind of realistic, kind of unrealistic, so that way I can push myself to new things. Because I've noticed that a lot of my goals are kind of repetitive, or I just kind of like change them around, and I just wanted to throw something new in there, something that I've actually never tried to do, something that I've never made a goal in my entire life. And that's because I hate cooking. I hate preparing food, I hate cooking food, and I don't even really enjoy eating that many foods. I'm very picky. I will just eat like cup of noodles, chicken nuggets, taquitos. Like, I will eat the simplest things. So if I don't like preparing food, cooking food, or even trying new foods, then how is it possible that I would want to learn how to cook? So that's why this goal is pretty unrealistic for me. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, but I think to make it more manageable, like a reachable goal, I want to say that I should learn at least one new meal a month, because I absolutely hate cooking, so I don't want to do it like one meal a week. I feel like that's way too overwhelming for me, but I feel like once a month is a good place to start at. Like, maybe the last day of every month I will make it a goal to cook something new. And when I say cook, I don't mean like just put chicken breast in the oven. I mean like actually like chopping up some vegetables and putting some seasonings and like, I don't know, like actually preparing, actually cooking food. So yeah, hopefully I will learn how to cook some new things. I am gonna be 21 years old this year, in about like a month and a half. So I'm growing up, I am getting older, I need to learn how to cook. Soon I'm gonna be out of the house, I'm gonna move out, and I'm not gonna know how to cook. So I want to learn how to do that now, get used to cooking, hopefully fall in love with cooking, and then that'll be a great benefit for me in the future when I do live alone. So yeah, that is definitely the hardest goal on this list, but I'm really excited to try something new and I want to push myself. So that's why we're putting it in this video. I hope that a year from now when I'm reacting to this video, I do not give myself a 1 out of 5, because I will be very mad, okay? I have a whole year to do this. I don't want a whole year to go to waste. So that's my motivation. I don't want to disappoint future me in 2023. Alright guys, so that was my 5 New Year's resolution goals for 2022. Comment down below what are your New Year's resolutions, because I would love to know those. And hopefully this year is a great year. I'm so excited to see how much I'm going to change this year, because I'm definitely not the same person I was a year ago. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.